the Director General of the Greater Abba Development Authority, who is here today, the Commissioner for Works, Engineer Don Otunchere Oti. I would like to use you to reach out to other commissioners that are here with us today, the Mayor of Abba South. Let me use you to reach out to other mayors, deputy mayors and councillors, former mayors, their former deputies, former councillors, and everyone who is connected to the local government administration, including the Local Government Service Commission chairman who is here. Your Royal Majesty, the chairman of the Council of Traditional Rulers in Abia State, is Dr. Linus Nto Mba Linto. Let me use you to reach out to other traditional rulers who are here. Your deputies are all here, and the chairman of the Council of Traditional Rulers in Aba North and South. I'd like to recognize all of you, welcome you. Let me recognize the chairman of Labour Party, and I'd like to use you to reach out to all Labour Party members, including support groups, pro groups, and all structures that are here. I'd like to say welcome to this event this evening. I'd like to recognize our Father in the Lord, the Professor H.M.A., the Bishop of Abia Diocese of the Catholic Church. He is here ably represented by Reverend Father Dr. Gogua, the Education Secretary, who had just spoken to us. Thank you for your kind words. I'd like to also recognize the traders and thank you for the gift which you gave us. And I'm sure my wife will receive those gifts very soon, and you will see the outcome when you see me again, when I would have expanded by 20 or 30%. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen of the press, Aba Mamano, Keleno, Eniba Mamano, Keleno, Mono, Zono, Rieno, Omwanya. I've titled my speech Urban Renewal and the Appeal of a Resurgent Abba. Human beings have a natural desire to migrate to places where there are prospects of better rewards for their enterprise and labor. Since the beginning of time, urban centers are known for welcoming throngs of new visitors who are regularly attracted by the promise of better economic and social opportunities for themselves and their families. For more than 100 years, Abba, the central economic hub of the old eastern region, has welcomed persons of different social, cultural, and ethnic backgrounds. People come here from different parts of the world, not because of its extensive sophistication as an urban settlement, but for the opportunities it offers, the rewards it promises, and the hope it stirs in everyone walking upon its earth. Abba's uniqueness in the main is the inviting embrace it gives everyone who comes here to either find their path in life or build on the fortunes of their forebearers. I'm sure if you look to my right, you will see a building titled or named Otitodolechukwu Mansion, 1965. What does that tell us? That this building was erected or completed in 1965, 60 years ago. So that shows you how important this town is. So to imagine that Otitodolechukwu Mansion was inaccessible for almost 20 years, and today you can drive and speed through. We will thank God for His mercies. About for millions of people that have cracked their kernel of fortune here, is more than just an urban location. It is a place of destiny, a land of the brave, and the truest metaphor for rebirth and renewal. The story of this city today affirms the optimism of the men and women, business people and landlords who refuse to give up on it through its long season of neglect, but rather double down on their conviction, insisting that one day everything will change, and from the ruins of yesterday, a glorious new dawn shall emerge. While many may have mocked them for their rigid faith, the transformation of the last 24 months is proof that the optimists understand this city better, having watched it survive the devastations of a civil war and many other social and economic upheavals that would have eternally wrecked several other communities. Abba survived the structural failures of the early decades of the 21st century because it is built for the tough and for all those whose faith and belief will not be shaken by life's twists and turns. The resurgence of our dearly beloved Enyimba city reaffirms an immortal truth that indeed victory comes to those who look beyond the darkness of the night to the bright lights of the rays of the sun at dawn. On this note, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let me warmly welcome you to this all-important get-together, happening just after the successful commissioning of chains of interconnected roads that speak to our urban renewal agenda and commitment to the holistic restoration of the Aba urban corridor. The Umuode, Bakassi, Enyimba Junction to Ariaria Gate, Isuihuto Okwa Roads, and 10 other stretches of roads within Aba have been fixed to generally improve the business environment, elevate our urban experience, and add to the appeal of the communities around here. Because roads do not just create paths to new opportunities, they restore ancient landmarks. I'm glad that you have come out in your numbers to be witnesses to the evolution of Aba as a strategic commercial and industrial destination. We have gathered together in celebration, not of roads, but of new epoch. While we rejoice at what we have been able to accomplish in the last 2 years in the area of road infrastructure projects and the opportunities that have been created, the real accomplishments should be seen in terms of the hopes that have been restored, dreams we have revived, and the collective stories we have curated for our children and children's children. This city has traditionally been for the bravest and the modest efforts of the last 2 years would forever be etched in our history books and passed on from one generation to the next to remind the children of tomorrow that giving up is alien to our character. I would like to specially appreciate the business owners, landlords, and the residents for their patience and the massive support they gave the engineering team while they worked on the different stretches of roads within this corridor. Thank you for your understanding and commitment to the timely delivery of the projects. Thank you. I have to acknowledge that you were very effective in your role as stakeholders, and we do not take that for granted. As always, the state government will continue to carry you along in the execution of development projects. Because for us, beyond just the successful execution of projects, post-delivery maintenance support is actually an integral part of our infrastructural restoration protocol, and this process has to be managed by the primary beneficiaries, and that is you. I expect you to take more than a passing interest in seeing that the roads are not vandalized through commercial activities or neglect. These are your roads, paid for by your taxes, and the resources that belong to all of us. In that regard, we all have a solemn duty to be at the forefront of removing and preventing whatever presents a threat to the service life of the roads. We must all commit to keeping the environment clean and ensuring that the drainages are not blocked by waste and foreign objects. These road projects are all the more significant because they were executed in line with our long-standing promise to deploy the resources of the land to develop our parts of the state, repair broken infrastructure, and reposition our communities to take advantage of the opportunities of the new world. Our grand vision is to make Abia a model state, and as a first step in that regard is to build a system of financial prudence, putting resources to investments that yield the best outcomes for the present and future generations. I'm glad that across the state today, especially within and around the university, significant proof exists that we are doing just that. Over the next few years, Aba will not just attract people from all over the world because of the glory of the past. This city will pull investors from within and outside Nigeria because of the unique advantages it offers. As I said recently, Aba has a distinct edge that rival cities in the region can only dream of. In addition to a large population of skilled and resourceful workforce, this city enjoys the unique advantage of sharing boundaries with major oil towns in Nigeria and nearness to functional seaports to access foreign markets and receive stocks of imported raw materials and reduce logistic costs. Beyond the traditional practice of coming to the city to find employment or set up businesses, people will henceforth come to Aba to establish firms that will serve global markets in technology, remote services, and much more. This vision will be facilitated by the gains that have been made in building an independent energy supply system and the robust investments we are making in broadband support infrastructure. I listened to the speech of the Catholic Secretary, and I want to commit that because we have set our foot on this ground, I understand you have a challenge with water. As soon as we leave here, the Honorable Commissioner for Power and Public Utilities will be instructed, and he will visit here in the next 48 hours to resolve your water problem. Beyond that, we will also want to partner with you to see where we can support you to continue to give the quality of education that Abia State envisions from its public schools. We want the public schools to coexist with the private schools, and we want the quality to be the same quality. We want our children to come out better than all of us. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let me thank you once again for being part of this event this evening. Thank you for participating in the commissioning. And as you leave, my prayer is that God will take you back to your destination safely. God bless you.
All right, thank you. And that brings this program to a close. May we rise at this point for the national anthem. Thank you very much, the People's Governor, and indeed everyone here gathered. We appreciate all of you.